Welcome to Tech Quizzes with Amir. In this video, we are going to start a new tutorial called Kusto Query Language or KQL tutorial. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to learn pretty much all the features of KQL, and in case if I miss anything, you guys can always put in the comments, and then we can look into that feature. So what we are going to do, we are going to explore a new product of Microsoft is called Azure Data Explorer, because I don't want to use the Microsoft sample databases available on the internet and start writing the query. I would like to create a Azure Data Explorer database and then start from the very basic, how to create my table, how to insert my data, how to write the first query, how to do the joins and all that. So with each of the demo what you're gonna see, I'm gonna provide you the data so you can create your own queries, own tables, and see the data before you write the query so it can make sense to you. Now, what KQL stands for? It stands for Kusto Query Language. Some people call KQL, some people call Kusto. So don't. My accent is pretty weird. So sometimes people say like, you try to make it like American, and but you are in other ways as a Desi, the person who born in India or Pakistan. But yeah, I'm a mix of it. So just go with it, and please don't mind my accent. So it is standing for Kusto. K for Kusto, Q for query, and L for language, right? So it is used for different Azure log databases such as Azure Log Monitor Logs, Azure Monitor Application Insight, and Azure Data Explorer, and there are some other places where you can use Kusto. I have seen this language is very powerful for doing analysis, finding out the information, and then it provides charts and all that different type of features. They're very helpful to analyze your data. So we are going to jump into that. First of all, we are going to install Azure Data Explorer. That's what we are going to do, and from there we will go to the next topics. So go to the portal.azure.com, and in the portal.azure.com, first of all, create your resource group. I have already created my resource group, Tech Browser RG, and next part, what we need the Azure Data Explorer. Okay, so I'm looking for that, and see right there, Azure Data Explorer clusters. So you can read about this one. I already have a video on this topic, but I'm going to jump straight to it, and we are going to create Azure Data Explorer cluster. So with the Kusto, you can, that's the one of the feature, you can actually query the cross clusters tables and all that too. So we will learn all that. So here is my subscription, here is my resource group, and now I'm going to provide the name of it. So I'm going to call my Tech Brothers, it says in, okay, Tech Brothers ADX. So that's the name I'm given. So that's our cluster name, and then region East US is fine. Enable performance update engine 3. So this information provides superior performance read write and all that. I don't need that because I'm going to leave this cluster for a while and keep working on my demos, so I don't want to get a huge amount of bill. So I'm going to keep with the small configurations. So here is your workload, and now you can select a different workload. In my case, it's going to be dev and test because I don't want to spend a lot of money. It's just using for demos. But in case you want to have a lot of compute, you can select different type of workloads. Okay, so go with test and dev, and now it is asking you compute specification. So no SLA standards and all that. So that's what I'm gonna go. That's fine. And then it is asking you availability zones. In my case, I don't really need to be in different availability zones and all that, because if it get somehow destroyed and all that, it will come back, or I will recreate the new one. So I don't care about that. So here is scale. You can auto manual scale, or you can do optimization auto scale. In my case, I'm going to go with the manual because I don't really care if I'm not going to run a huge amount of queries here that need to be auto scaling. Okay, with the configuration, leave as it is. Security, leave as it is. Network, can leave as it is. So we are not going with all the details here, but we are creating a very basic Azure Data Explorer cluster. So hit on create button, and then review it, and now we should be all good. So let's create. It is in progress right now. The deployment is happening, but I have seen that this can take between 10 to 15 minutes or even sometime more to create this cluster. So depending upon, I don't know, different configuration you have choose and the region and you have choose and maybe, yeah, that's pretty much it could be, right? So I'm going to wait for 10 minutes and come back and then I will show you my cluster is ready. Finally, our cluster is ready, and what happened? It took almost like 35 minutes to get here. So what we are going to do here, we are going to go to the resource here. Now that's where see Azure Data Explorer cluster. So that's is ready, and as of now we do not have any database, so we really can't query anything. What we are going to do, the very first thing what we need to do after our cluster is ready, we are going to create our database. So we right here go to the create database, click create, and then you will be providing the name of the database. So in this case I'm going to say Tech Brothers DB. That's the name of the database, and then you can define retention. So you can take a look here, a time span that use the data is available to query measure since ingestion time 365 days. If you want to keep it for a long time you can do it, and unlimited days for retention period, you can click right there if you want in. And if you have some data that's you are querying often, you can use the cache period in days. So also that helps running the query fast. In my case I'm going to leave everything as it is, and that's it. I'm going to go ahead and create the database, and I hope this will be created quickly as compared to the Azure Data Explorer cluster that took almost 35 minutes. Now it's still in progress. Let's wait for it. Okay, database is created. That's great. And now we can go to the databases here on the tab. Once you click on the databases, you're going to see your database right here. You are going to see a size of the database, retention period, cache period, and then read write kind. So and shared with others, no at this time. So what we are going to do, we are going to click on the database, and once you click on the database you can query the database. You can click right there and you can query. It's opening a query. Okay, as of now we do not have any tables or anything like that, so you can see that the database, this is our cluster name, and then there we have our database. In next video what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you different tools that we can use to write our Kusto query and query the database from Azure Data Explorer database. We will be creating tables, we will be writing select queries and all those kind of different things. So thank you very much for watching this video, and let's jump to the next video.